All right, Will, well, trade and draft periods are behind us again for another year. Tell us about how happy we are with what's unfolded over the last couple of days, but also the efforts from the trade period last month and how that set us up for next year and beyond.
Yeah, so we had a real strategy to add a bit of experience to the group, and we're able to do that with 4 guys from other clubs through the trade period. 3 have been All-Australian Premiership players, still got some good footy to come. So we think with the group of kids we've got, being able to add those will be really helpful. And then come draft night, we're able to get 2 first rounders in again, which takes us to 14 players picked in the top 30 over the last 5 years. So we think we've got a really good core of young boys to develop together and hopefully take us somewhere.
So obviously pick 2. The other night we took Finn O'Sullivan. How highly do we rate Finn? And we've obviously had a pretty good look at him. He trained with us in the off-season last year, but tell us about Finn and how exciting he's going to be.
Finn's a highly decorated junior. We've watched him from 16, where he's always been in the top handful of players. He can play any position on the ground. He's got numerous ways of hurting you. He's got amazing movement, lateral movement, speed, endurance, and then he can go vertical and be a real overhead threat. So he's going to be a nice little weapon for Clarko to play wherever he wants early days, but ultimately I think he probably settles in the midfield. He's a ripping young man from country Victoria he's played a lot of different teams the last few years, and he's very ready just to get stuck in with us.
And Matt is a tall who can obviously play at both ends of the ground. Where did we have him rated? And talk us through the process that ended up with us securing that pick that we could eventually take Matt with.
The process was to pick the best player at pick 2. We thought Finn was far too good to pass up on, and then as a result of Finn not being a tall, we thought we'll try and get back in and get a really highly rated tall, of which there was a group of a few. And Matt was one of those guys. So he's very athletic, genuine size. He's 198 centimetres, has proven he can be a really good player at both ends. Started the year as a defender, won the ball back in the air and on the ground, defended well, and then he went forward and kicked some bags of goals. He's really hard to play on there because he's agile, he's quick, and he's very long. So he'll take a little bit of time, Matty, but ripping country kid who's made of the right stuff.
And Luke Urquhart from WA. We were keeping tabs on him all night on night 2 of the draft. What do we like about him and how exciting is it to bring him to the club?
Yeah, Luke's first and fourmost a fantastic character. He's got great leadership traits, very powerful athlete, speed and endurance combination, finished high in both at the combine. Off pretty limited training over the last couple of years due to injury, so we think we can train him up into a big inside beast, probably apply a bit of defensive pressure in there. He's a really good tackler, hunts the opposition, and he's happy to do so. So he's going to be a good addition to the group.
And River was obviously one of the stories of the night, the son of Anthony Stevens. We obviously tracked him pretty closely over the last few years as well. Tell us about his years at Geelong and for Vic Country as well.
Yeah, so Riv played school footy at Geelong College. He played for the Falcons in the Coates League, and then he played a couple of games with Vic Country. He's a half forward, that's his role. He's a very, very good runner, so he gets up the ground and gets back, and he's pretty smart and crafty. He's very tough, so he'll step in and pressure, and his kick's got a lot better. So we think, with his grit and work rate, he's going to give it a real crack.
And with Toby Pink re-rookie today in the rookie draft on Friday, that is, does that sort of settle us in terms of our list heading into the 2025 season, or is there still room to move over the summer?
No, that'll take us to the limit. So Big Pinky went back just for list management reasons, but we'll pick him up today.